yourself, the whole world feel like it's gonna crash on you now. Anyhow, I did hang in there, but I remember we rented. No, a brother came. He came back to Barbados, so he was renting with me. So I was not actually alone for a long time. But then he left and went back to Grenada. Then I ended up renting a house by myself. I'm all alone now. So what happens? I decided to go see a doctor. Now the doctor put me on antidepressants, sleeping pills, because I was just overthinking. That's what you do when you're depressed. You overthink scenarios in your head that not even there. Suppositions, assumptions, all kinds of stuff. But then you get to a point where you feel like you don't want to be here anymore. It is so important to have a support system when you're going through. Because without that system, you can do really bad things. You see, you keep talking to yourself. You're not literally speaking to yourself, but in your head, you're seeing things in a dark form. I mean, like, you feel that there's no way out. Or do you want a way out? You're fighting. It's a battle. It's a dark, dark room. A dark, dark space in your head. No matter what someone says to you, it makes no sense, even if it's logical. You blank out the world. You have to understand that. You have to understand that when people commit suicide, they don't really, really want to do that. These are just loud, loud cries. Some people give you warning before they do it, some people don't. But I know, long before they do it, there are signals. Signals that you bypass, signals that you overlook. Even signals that might say, no man, she a custom or he a custom. You will never do that. And you have to keep talking to those people. You have to stand in line even if you do it from a distance. Make them know that they are wanted here, regardless of what they're going through. You know who was my lifeline after a while? When my mom, I haven't gone to that story yet, but my mom was my lifeline. There is a real reason and a bigger reason. And although it's my love for her had always been unconditional, I owed my mother my life. So I sacrificed my life for her. Despite the fact that she had more children that could have come in line and stand with me, because I was in a line of fire caring for an Alzheimer's mom. And they knew my mental fragility. And yet, I battled that at the same time caring for an Alzheimer's mom. You imagine this. Anyhow, in May 1990, where I was renting in Barbados by myself, one day, after being on antidepressants and sleeping pills to just calm my mind, Trust me, they make you blank. I don't care what nobody tell me. Never put none in my mouth again. I don't care. I don't care how desperate my situation is. Nobody, and let it be known, nobody would prescribe this for me. I don't even remember the name of the drugs, but I'd have to call my doctor to let him search my files, because I just don't remember. There's some things that happened in my life as though a part of my life has been erased in my head. Some parts I can't remember. But going back to how this episode in my life happened, as I said, I was home alone. I was living alone. I was renting there by myself, because I used to just cry and cry and cry endlessly. It's like an empty cry. I couldn't figure out why am I crying. But it's like my whole mentally I was like drained, and I was crying. And then that particular day, let me tell you, I don't think I wanted to kill myself. I still don't believe up to this day. I think I wanted to just sleep long, because I was just overthinking. My brain was going like the speed of, I don't know what to say, lightning. And I was just wanting to calm it down, because the tool that they ordered me to take and whatever, they were not doing anything to me. I used to feel empty. So that particular day, I decided on taking those tablets and hoping I'll fall asleep, a stronger sleep, sort of thing. And the funny thing about that time, Barbados wasn't like it is now, crimes and stuff. I always had my door unlocked. My mom come, all she do is open the door. My mom happened to come and found me on the floor on a mattress. I took the mattress off the bed in the bedroom and carried it out to the living room. I am telling you, I have to, and asking my mom to forgive me again from this realm to the other realm. I don't know how she felt seeing her daughter on the ground. In fact, my mom didn't even know I was taking those stuff, because remember I wasn't living with her, I was renting. Anyhow, she called my sister, who was a nurse at that time. The nurse, my sister called the ambulance. The ambulance came for me. I remember those guys putting me to sit down at my home, telling me to write my name, do whatever. I guess they're trying to keep me alert. Anyhow, I ended up in the hospital. Spent 3 days there. And I remember the paramedics came back and looked for me. And this was so nice, because, usually you do your job and you go. And he was like, questioning, oh, pretty girl like you doing this and stuff like that. I don't even remember the response I gave to him. But all I know is that I was referred to a psychiatrist. I had to go outpatient at the hospital. And there he was prescribing me another set of antidepressants. Imagine. Now remember, I have to go back home. The same empty home that created thoughts. I had to go back to the same home. Remember, I had the antidepressants home still. I guess my mom didn't thinking about that. Go search for it and take it away. And there I went back again, and I did it the second time. Then she realized I'm not answering the phone, and the good thing, she only lived like 4 doors away from me. My mom came home and found next to me in my bed, and took it from me.